Hey guys, and welcome to Live Your Bliss, where we learn to manifest the life of our desires. And together, I hope to create a community of like-minded individuals that can not only teach each other, but learn from each other. So today, we are taking it back to the basics. We're gonna learn all about law of attraction, just really what is law of attraction, how do we use law of attraction, and what is it pertaining to our day-to-day life. First off, when I was doing the research for this video and just, seeing what other people explain law of attraction as, it's really so watered down. They're just kind of going with the trend. And I didn't want to be one of those people that just delivers a video like that. I want to actually tell you from like a real person perspective, like what is law of attraction? How do we use it? What does it have to do with us? Because it's not like this big magical thing that since the book The Secret came out, everybody has made it to be. It has become a really big thing in the media, and it's a really popular thing. And I think people have taken away from what it truly is. So in this video, it's kind of more laid back. I just want to talk about, what the law of attraction is and my perspective, how I've used it, and just, drop a little knowledge. So first off, what is law of attraction? So law of attraction is like one of the laws of the universe, pretty much. There are some laws in the universe that are natural laws in this type of world we live in that we abide by, kind of like the law of gravity. And the law of attraction is one of those. And what the law of attraction says is that like attracts like. We attract what we think about most. We attract what we give our attention to most. It's not so much a law that we can decide that we want to live by. Law of attraction is constantly working. We are constantly putting out signals and getting them back. We are constantly having transactions with the universe. It's kind of like saying law of attraction only works when you want it to or when you're conscious of it. It's kind of like saying you could stand on the top of a 10-story building and step off, and just because you don't believe in gravity, you won't fall to the ground. You're gonna still fall. Whether you think gravity is real or not, you're gonna still fall. That's just how law of gravity works. And that's how law of attraction is. So scientific wise, in science they say that everything in the universe is energy. It's just all vibrating at different vibrations. And the thing about energy is energy never dies. It just changes form. So that means whatever was, whatever is, or whatever will be already exists on this planet, on this universe, in this universe. It already exists. Energy never dies. It just changes form. So with the law of attraction, since energy doesn't die, and I am also energy, meaning I am made of the same thing that money is made of, that houses are made of, that cars are made of, that other people are made of. So that means that to attract that other energy to me, I have to match that energy. And that is where law of attraction and manifesting come in. So like I said before, law of attraction is always working, whether it's good or bad. What we give our attention to is what we attract. You ever told yourself you would never do something that somebody else was doing? I'd never be broke. I'd never have that many kids. I would never work that type of job. I'd never let nobody treat me like that. And you start giving attention to it, and then all of a sudden you are dealing with that situation. You are actually in that same exact situation. We do attract situations to ourselves. I'm not saying that there's not unfair events that happen in life that put you in places that, maybe you can't control. But I'm also not saying that we're not in control of it. The way law of attraction works, it's always going to be working, whether you know about it or not. But it's better to know how it works. It's just like law of gravity. Like I said, if you were to go on top of that 10-story building and fall off, whether you believe in gravity or not, you're gonna hit the ground. it's better to actually, know a little bit about gravity before you hop up there on that building. Law of attraction is the same way. It's better to know about it because it is working in your life. And if you're constantly seeing situations repeat in your life, it's because you're attracting those situations. It's because subconsciously you have gotten so comfortable with being in those situations that you are constantly attracting those situations back to you. If you are constantly in the same relationship with the same type of person, just in a different body, that is not all those people. That is you. You are attracting that same type of person. You have put out that signal to attract that same type of person, not purposely, maybe not consciously. Maybe that's just all you're used to, but you are putting that signal out. If you are constantly broke, constantly needing money, you need to figure out what signal you're putting out. Are you constantly saying that you're broke? Are you constantly saying that you don't have something? Are you constantly saying that you can't afford it? Because the more you put that out there, law of attraction says, okay, you can't afford it? All right, let me give you some more stuff you can't afford. Whatever you're giving your attention to, the law of attraction isn't aware of if we like something or don't like something. It's just aware of where all our attention is going. So where all our attention is going is what we're gonna keep getting back. So how do you start really applying law of attraction to your life? Because like I said, whether you're aware of it or not, you're using it. You're using law of attraction every day. So now it's just to come into the point of being more conscious of the fact that you are using it. Being conscious of the law of attraction is knowing that what you put out is gonna come back, so you better be putting out the good stuff. You better be putting out stuff that you want to receive back. When we were little, we were always told, do to others as you want done to yourself. And that is true even as an adult. If you want certain things back to you, then you need to put out a certain type of energy. Law of attraction is saying that I am a part of the growth of this universe, that there's not something outside of me that controls my life. Being conscious of law of attraction is being conscious of the fact that you have more control over your life than you give yourself credit. We put control out to everything else but us. The only time we take responsibility for things in our life is when something good has happened in our life. But the truth of the matter is, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, we have attracted it into our life some way, shape, or form. It may not be your fault that you've built up these type of thought patterns or subconscious thoughts that has you manifesting these type of things in your life. It may be, passed from something else, from life experiences. But at the end of the day, something has happened in your life that has you thinking a certain way, that has you attracting certain things, and maybe some of those things you do not like. That is being conscious. It's no longer being a victim to your outside circumstances and saying, yes, I have control over my life, and I know I can control my reaction, I can control my thoughts, I can control my emotions. So therefore, if I can control those things, I can control the type of things that I bring into my life and the type of situations that I put myself in. Perception is reality. What you perceive is your reality. That's why, you can put two different people in two different situations and they react totally different, because it's not about what the reality of something is. It's about how you perceive the reality of something. Let's take this whole pandemic as an example. You got two totally extremes of people. You got the people that are like buying up all the toilet paper, panicking all over the place. They are nervous. They are worried about the economy. Then you got the people that are more nonchalant about it. They are starting businesses. They are buying stocks. They are buying real estate. And the other people are looking at these people like, are y'all crazy? Like, we are in a crisis in the world. But that is just a perception. That is just a perception. Because if you look at it one person's eyes, this looks like the worst thing that has happened to the world since the Spanish flu. But if you look at another person's eyes, like me, for example, I see it as everything is falling apart. So what happens after things fall apart? Anytime in history, when things have fell apart, it has built back up stronger than it ever was before. I feel like this is just our refresh, our start over, and we're now, getting rested and rejuvenated. We're gonna come back business owners and closer to our families and more at peace and well rested, but that is my perception. And I can't make nobody else see my perception. I can't make nobody else see this situation how I see it. That is just my perception. But the fact that I'm putting out them type of signals means that what I'm getting back is that type of stuff. That simple. My reality isn't what's on media because I rarely watch the news. I keep up with it as much as I possibly can, how much as I need to, but I don't partake in that because I'm not trying to emit those type of signals. At one point, you just have to be in control of what you're putting out because it's gonna come back. Perception is reality, and what you perceive is what your reality will be. So if in your reality, you're not devastated, you're not broke, you're not sick, you're not worried, then baby, that's not your reality then. That's somebody else's reality. You have your own reality, and that's what law of attraction is. All the videos I've watched say, stress about, paying attention to your thoughts, and you have to be positive. You have to be positive, and it's very true. But realistically, we're humans, and we're not made to fully be positive all the time. We're made to be emotional. We're emotional creatures, and that's how we're made to be. It's not about always being positive. It's about being aware when you're not positive. It's about catching yourself when you're thinking those negative thoughts and then instilling something a little bit more positive in them. It's about when you're catching yourself getting angry at somebody. It's about, being the bigger person and turning your thought around instead of saying, I'm mad at you, saying, maybe I handled this the wrong way. It's about always being alert on what you are putting out there. Always being aware of what you are putting out there and knowing that it's going to come back. So you better be careful with what exactly it is that you're throwing out into the universe. Law of attraction is about knowing that what we do, what we say, what we think all has a consequence to it. Everything goes around, and nothing that comes out of us is not going to come back to us. I'm going to say that again. Nothing that comes out of us will not come back to us. Everything that comes out of you will come back to you. You got to remember that. This is all transactional. This life is transactional that we're in, and our energy is constantly going. Energy doesn't die. It just changes form. It just keeps changing form. Everything that you see in front of you started with a thought, including you. We all started with a thought. It was just a thought in somebody's head, and then it manifested. Well, guys, that was deep. I didn't even make my tea this time. But guys, I enjoyed this video so much. I enjoyed this discussion so much. And if y'all have anything y'all want to talk about, law of attraction, manifesting, anything whatsoever, put it in the comments and I'll make sure I put it on the topic for the next video. But guys, make sure you join my Facebook community as well, Live Your Bliss. Subscribe here, please, and join the family. I post every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time to make sure you guys have something during this quarantine that you can learn from and apply to your life right now. Well, guys, be safe. Stay happy out there with your families. Live the life that you desire. And most of all, live your bliss.